Hello, this is Remote Camper, and I'm going to show you how I make my fireworks and smoke shells for my launcher. So, first of all, I have these shells. I've talked about them before. These have been cut down about, they are now 5 5/8, I think, to fit the launcher. So, these are all been pre-fired. I just shot them. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the primer out. So what I'm going to do is, actually it's not even a primer, it's a blank. Take the blank out of each one. This high-tech tool I have. Actually this one's better. No, actually that is the one. It's longer. And if you remember, these are 380 blanks, rimmed 380 blanks. So that's the first thing I do. Next, these are smoke grenades that you could buy at the fireworks store. And all I do is expose the fuse more. I don't even take the tape off. With these I did though by mistake. So I expose the fuse. I wrap them with duct tape so they fit a lot more snug in the shell. You hear that? Actually, with these ones, I wrap the thing, I put it in. Actually, this one's a little too tight. I'm going to take a little bit of duct tape off. Just a hair. It's a little loose. That one's a little loose, but it'll work. I take my shell, a blank, put a little tiny piece of Scotch tape on it. Just a tiny bit. Just enough to put a little bit of tape on one side. And I press it into the shell. And that's done. The other one, same thing, it was already prepared. This one I kind of rolled up the fuse inside. It doesn't matter. And with this design, this setup, you want to put the shells, the projectile in first because it blows air out. This one's a little too tight too. There we go. That one's gonna go good. That one's in there good. A little bit of tape. If you don't put tape on it, they just fall out. There. 2 smoke grenades already set. Now, we got these things. And these are canister shot, well not shot, but canister type of fireworks that are smaller diameter than the shells. These are getting hard to find because most of them are actually much wider or the same size and they will not fit at all. So the first thing I do is take the paper off. Take the fuse out of the holder, cut the tape, remove the charge, just don't need it. Check the fuse. This fuse, because I don't have a charge to help light the main fuse, I'm going to move that little fuse to the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick it up and move it over there. So touch that black stuff. I don't know the name of it, but it helps everything burn faster. This type of fuse, when it burns, is pretty sparky anyway. Plus, it's touching that fuse and it's touching that other stuff, which the stuff is all over that main charge fuse. Now, I have a little bit of tape here. I'm going to tape that cap back on. I don't want any stray sparks getting to the main fuse, like while it launches or anything. I don't want that happening. Nothing high tech. Next thing I do is I had a couple strips of duct tape here. A little longer than I need it to be. But I've pre-cut these plywood pieces. They're about a 1/4 inch thick. They're probably 3/8, but they're about a 1/4 inch thick. I made them almost the same size as the tube, and that's my pusher. And I notched each one for the fuse to go around. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape the fuse down on each side. Without this, the blank, all the power and pressure coming straight through the hole. Let's see if I can get it on the camera. Right through that little hole right there. The blank lines up with that hole too, and when it opens, everything comes through that little hole. And if it hits that cardboard, it's going to go right through. I've tested that. It goes right through the cardboard without a problem. It'll hit the main fuse, and that may detonate way too early. So the fuse is basically holding this on. And I cut it short. And I cut the fuse off because I don't need the rest of that fuse. So I've tested these, and just the way it is will work. Loose like that. Put that in, put the blank in, it'll work just like that. Or I can wrap it, which I'm going to wrap it. I don't like the idea of my stuff just falling out of the shell. This type, I think, gets almost 5 wraps for a snug fit. That's 4 1/4. That's snug. Where's my tape? Oh no, I've lost my Scotch tape. Well, I'm going to use a little tape off of the Fireworks. I think this will work. I just need something to hold that in place a little snug. Nope, that don't work. Tell you what, maybe if I double it up. Oh. Well, the reason why it didn't work is because that tape didn't stick. There you go. That works. So that's how I make those type. I was going to make another one, but since I don't have any tape. Let's see. Let's see if I can. right off of this. This is a better piece. That may work. So, I'm gonna, where's my disc? All the garbage is making me lose all my stuff. Cut out the powder. Do not need a lifting charge. I did do some experiments earlier. I gotta move that fuse over a little bit. Little positive ignition, make sure it's touching the fuse. I did some experiments once before using this with the lifting charge, and that was in those type of shells that take the shotgun primer. And I used the shotgun primer to blow into the charge. Then the charge launched everything out. But I really don't like that idea. Again, I don't want it going off in the barrel. Remember, I'm just putting the tape on not to hold this cardboard on, but to seal any gaps so I don't get any premature sparks or fire into it while it's still in the barrel. Kind of center that. Tape that down. I put one on each side just for overkill. Helps hold this mainly straight. Get that off. Wrap it. About 5 wraps. That was more than 5. Oh, that fits. That's still fine. That's going to launch just as well as the other ones. Taped my shell. Is it still on there? Yep. It's in, and that's it. So that's how I do those. I'm going to put a link for the other video of me shooting them. Now this design you can add to all you want. You can make it more reliable. Every great once in a while it doesn't light the fuse, but I don't care. These are just for fun. I'm not selling them. And I'm not responsible if something bad happens and you hurt yourself. This is for information and fun purposes only. Remote camper. Bye.